Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're still at the /AmITheA subreddit. We're looking at a post from Orange Tabby. It says, "Am I the a for refusing to speak to my 6-month pregnant sister until I get an apology?" Okay, let's get down to it. It says, "Am I the a for refusing to speak to my 6-month pregnant sister until I get an apology?" It's a bit long. Well, I like long stories. My 36 female pregnant sister and I, 28 female, are not talking. For context, my sister ignored me for most of my life. She was never inherently mean, but she would go out of her way to pretend like I wasn't alive. I have no happy memory of her growing up. We have 2 other siblings, and she's best friends with one of them. Both my sister and I now have endometriosis and adenomyosis. If you know about this, then you know that it can lead to struggles with infertility. Well, come June 2024, my sister announces that she is pregnant. So I am happy for her and showed it when she announced it to her family. I genuinely am. She struggled with infertility for years, so it was a beacon of hope for me. Back in February, when she was 4 weeks, unknown to me, I mentioned that my husband and I were going to TTC. It's a way of getting pregnant too. Yeah. So starting in the summer, to my family at a dinner, she didn't respond and just stared at me. What? Well, back in June, I told my family and friend at the time in person the same thing, that my husband and I are TTC and it would be perfect if we would have a baby in the spring because we are both teachers and which would mean there's the maternity stuff. Well, it's FMLA and I don't know what that means, but I know it has to do with maternity leave and so sorry for the noise. Okay, it surely means something about maternity leave and paternity leave and stuff like that. So they wanted to rhyme with the summer because of summer holidays, and yeah, that's even very convenient. He said, my sister then texted me something that genuinely hurt. It was summarized along the lines of, "You are trying to have a baby only to have one in the spring? Why would you do that? That's so irresponsible. You should actually want one. You have a master's in progress and you just finished a kitchen. Don't you want things to settle down? Don't you want to have spent money on yourself? You're too young to have a kid right now." His sister is on what kind of drugs exactly again? Someone should remind me. What kind of drugs would allow you to talk to your own sister like this? Anyway, let's get down to it. It says, for context, I've been married 2 years. My master's ends in December 2024. Paid thanks to scholarships. We don't have any debt. We both work 2 jobs, including full-time teaching, and have plenty saved. My husband and I have always wanted children and have been dating for 8 years total. My sister would know this because my family all have a big mouth and things are mentioned at family functions. I am hot. I thought it would be nice to maybe finally connect with my sister. I never got along with through pregnancy. I am now pregnant in August and have never felt more alone. My mom wants me to forgive and forget. She sent the text because we're family. I because they are family, they are allowed to hurt you. That's not an excuse. He says, but it doesn't feel that way. I am the first in my friend group to have a child. I am torn apart when I was supportive and happy for her. I am scared to announce I am pregnant and plan to hide it from my family as long as possible due to this text she sent. So all of that being said, am I the a-hole for refusing to speak to my 6-month pregnant sister who sent that text? Sorry for the long-winded story and awful grammar. Edit. I have been no contact with my sister since she sent the text over a month-ish ago. Not for 6 months. Jealousy. This sibling jealousy, your sister apparently did not grow out of it. Wow. So she's scared of having the attention go to her sister after she has given birth. So she is trying to talk you out of living your own life because she wants to live her own. That's not very sisterly of her. That's not nice. Why would she do this to her own sister? Try to poison her mind. That's very selfish. And you are expected to just forgive and forget. If you guys were kids, it will be understandable because kids do a lot of things and they say a lot of things that they don't mean, especially to their siblings. I know I did when I was a child. I know I said a lot of things. My brother said a lot of things to me. But we know deep down we love each other and it's not something that will hold overhead. So highest, if it's too big, if it's too hurtful, we apologize to each other and it ends. But this one, you guys are both adults. You know what will hurt the other person. So why will you do that if you're not selfish and wicked? This is just selfishness. This is wickedness. Anyway, according to the first comment, it says, not the a-hole. If I were betting man, I would wager your sister's real issues is you having your child potentially only a few months after her own is born. She is afraid of you taking attention from her. It's only what I was thinking. She wants all that limelight to herself. And this kind of people, that limelight can span from 6 months to a year. You're not allowed to have any important events in your life because your also precious child is being born that year. Either that or something very important that should stop the world from spinning. That should stop every other event around the world. It's very selfish. The world doesn't revolve around people. Yeah, the world doesn't revolve around you. And you're not supposed to do this. This is awful. This is just bad. Anyway, she said to add that age is certainly a factor of having children. And I bet she's heard people say you should have had a kid. She should have had a kid in her 20s rather than wait until her mid-30s and is additionally jealous of you. Okay, that one I didn't really think about that one because there are a lot of misconception about female fertility and stuff, and it has to do with you have all your children in your late teens, early 20s, in your 20s. Once you're 30, things will start going awry. It'll just be spoiling for you. You might end up having deformities and all that kind of nasty talk. So if she lives a lot with people like that, she's going to be hearing a lot of nasty words like that, and it's going to be fueling the jealousy with the fact that she has been actually actively trying for a child and she didn't get a child until her mid-30s. Why you just tried yours and now you're just coming up and you're planning to get married and planning to get pregnant, and it's like everything's just working out for you first try like that. So that jealousy will just be really, really fueled by guys. Well, it's awful. This is just awful. You don't say this to your own sister. No matter how you believe she's having it easier than you, she's your sister. That we are family that the mother is saying also applies to the older sister that's saying rubbish. Like, everybody should be mindful. Like, you should apply it to yourself, not to the person that you've insulted. You're now remembering that, okay, she should forgive and forget because we're family. How about that woman should not say nasty things because we're family? Being the bigger person is not supposed to be on the person being offended. You should always be with the offender. Be the bigger person. Be somebody that shouldn't be offending people. You're an adult. You're not a kid that is doing trial and error with what they can get away with and what will get them in trouble. You're an adult. You should know how all these things work by now. Words have consequences. Actions have consequences. Don't be expecting someone to ignore you when you're being a big butthole. So yeah, that's my opinion about this. What do you guys think about this post? Please put your comments, put your opinions down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.